is, and B, you've been comatose because God knows this, right? Nah, never happened. Wake up, New York. Open your eyes. Think.
Trying to find that radio, man. Listen to that radio for a second. There you go. I'm tripping. Alright, so basically The Division is a game based off of a book by Tom Clancy where the government has laced a smallpox virus who money on Black Friday. So the money was transferred in the city of New York on Black Friday, contaminated the citizens, and put them in quarantine. The whole city of Manhattan is in quarantine. So what happened was, you play the role of an agent who has been activated by, you see the little glowy things? The watch goes off and they know that it's time for them to kick in, etc., etc. What had happened was they quarantined New York, and now everything has become martial law. So every now and then when you go into these little safe houses and you listen to this radio, this guy right here explains some real deep hidden truths. And it's very interesting. So let me get a second. I'm going to try to fast forward to another safe house. I know it's another safe house. Fast forward to, and I'm gonna show you a couple things in a minute. See what happens. So, one is I just want to show everybody, you know, that a lot of this stuff that we talk about, man, is right here in our faces, in our entertainment, in our games. And here we go. Listen.
Right? The Joint Task Force. That's like the cops and the firefighters, EMTs, National Guard, reservists, doing what they can to keep some semblance of civic order, keeping things from totally falling to shit.
Use the language.
Respect for those folks. I like the puppets say, those are the people in your neighborhood, they're us. But they ain't the only ones out there. You ever hear of a little thing called National Security Presidential Directive 51? No? You wouldn't have. Not the sort of thing they put on the front page of the Post. No, Directive 51 is more your basic secret government takeover plan type deal to provide what the spooks refer to as continuity of government. Doesn't sound so scary, does it? Until you find out how it works. Which is they got clandestine government agents embedded among us. And when Directive 51 goes out, those agents get activated. Our government has sleeper cells in our own goddamn country. NSA types who look and sound like you and me until their on switch gets flipped. And then what? They start rounding people up? Putting them in camps? Executing us? I don't know, but the thing is, nobody knows. I mean, martial law is undemocratic, but at least it's transparent. Who these people are, what they're up to, it's also top secret. Even the president probably doesn't know the details. Plausible deniability, folks. Plausible fucking deniability. Home of the free? My ass.
And so what he's saying is basically, throughout society, there are different people that the government has placed so that when it's time, when things, you know, when it's time to exercise their New World Order agenda, that these people are, it could be anybody, your cab driver, your milkman, your mail man, anybody, you know, your preacher in your church to be activated and ready to execute these missions. And so you sit back and think about it. Let me show you something else if I can find it. You sit back and you think about it. Like if you look at FEMA has bought millions of caskets. Maybe I'm exaggerating when I say millions, but more than enough caskets.
Now leaving the safe area.
Okay. And why are these caskets bought? You can see the military patrolling the streets of New York. In these houses, you'll walk by certain houses and people are waving out the windows. They actually embrace this. It's showing how that society will react towards a outbreak that's done, how they could use this to bring in martial law. As you walk down the street, you see abandoned cars from the criminal activity. See people walking down the streets, scavenging, looking for food. This person right here wants something from me. What is it?
This is perfect. Thank you.
Give me a cargo jacket for a bottle of water. All right. So look at these people.
Great, get it.
This is how they say the citizens. This is how they picture things. So this whole city of Manhattan is quarantined. Dark zone is where the contamination actually started and spread it out. But yeah, so I want to show you something else too. Like, let's see if I can find one. There's a mission here. Replay. I don't really want to do this. Recommend at level 5. I'm gonna do this just to show you guys something. I may be able to show you without having to do the mission. But the low level gang members, this is funny. The low level gang members are dressed in red and blue. And you can actually see these guys charging to you with baseball bats. It's like, and they have no strategy to fight whatsoever. However, the upper rank dudes have more artillery, more skill, more strategic. They have a actual agenda to where they're trying to destroy and trying to take back the city. So if you look at it, they are trying, you say, well, what did they got to do anything? Well, look at the people, look at the common criminals. You know, look at how you can say, well, it's easy to take down the gang members. It's easy to take down people like, you know, our Bloods and our Crips and our, excuse me, average street thug mentality type. You know, if they were all to get together for criminal activity, the government would be easier to round them up. But the harder guys would be those who are actually planning for this stuff. There's actually people in the United States right now is planning for a war to break out. You know, they have their guns. They know when the government's trying to take away their guns, exercise population control, taking away their rights as Americans. And so you have people out here who are strategically ready and organized to fight back. So the government feel like, well, those guys would be a little bit harder than it would be regular John Doe in the neighborhood. Sound like I'm trying to run into somebody to give you an example. You can see the trash all over the streets, rats taking over. You'll see dead bodies on the ground in bags where the smallpox disease is actually taking over. Can I find something?
Anybody have any booze? I'm all out.
Look.
Scotch, vodka, gin, whatever. Otherwise, I'm eating a goddamn bullet. I can't take this shit sober. No way in hell, no fucking way.
His brother's going through it so bad while his lifestyle, he asking people for something to drink just so he can cope. Some of these actually had
Losing it?
cell phone conversations where you could hear little kids home by themselves and raiders came into the house raiding the pantries and stuff while the kids are home by themselves and the father couldn't do anything. They actually shot the little boy. Look at this guy. He just passed out. Brother probably starving, man. We look at this stuff as entertainment, not looking at the fact that these developers and these big time people are basing what they want to do in reality off of gaming and movies and stuff. And this stuff is hitting right in our face, and we like, yo, this is hot, but this is not a game, man. You go look it up. Look at what FEMA's really for. Look what FEMA really did when Katrina happened. Here's an example. See how the thugs, look at the thugs. Look at the thugs. The thugs are so easy to put down. They have no strategy, you know. And the regular New Yorkers, and they label with colors, red and what's this? Red and blue, like Bloods and Crips. Police been taking over.
Спасибо тебе огромное.
I believe these guys got hostages.
Damn, there's nothing good here.
Hurry up, man. I got a bad feeling about this.
Relax. Give me a minute. Got something.
Sorry about that. I don't want somebody to say, oh, that was hot. You know, you got to play the game and actually get past the store. And so, anyway. Right now, I'm just finding little supplies and stuff to restock for my bags and whatnot. Rations and things. And so, you know, you begin to see this stuff. And also there's, I forget, man, there's like little Illuminati signs. Look at the Masonic handshake. Oh, this is real perfect. Thank you. Look at the Illuminati handshake. Called Dirty Handed. With the Illuminati handshake. Emphysema. Look at this. Diarrhea. Hepatitis A. Chicken pox. See? And this people here in the game, this is what FEMA would be. This is what FEMA is. They didn't put it actually in the game FEMA, but Sarah represents what FEMA would be. They go in and help with natural disasters. I would go into the dark zone, but the dark zone is kind of rough without a group of people to help you. But when you go into the dark zone, it's worse than this. There's actually a section. Look at the thugs again. Hold on. Get you a better view of how they look at. Look at them. I'm trying not to shoot them. Ah. And then, you know, I sit back and look at it, I kind of feel sorry for the guys, though, because you think about it, man, these guys, look, blooded out. Who dressed like that? Who dressed like that? Normal street thugs dressed like that. These guys have no strategy. And it's our regular average bangers. You think they can handle military strategy coming in your neighborhoods with martial law taking over one by one? No, they can't. Getting right in our faces. Well, anyway. Cell phone recording. See what it says. Listen to this.
John, it's Vic. I just got a call from Deb on the night shift. The inmates are starting to look sick. And one of the guards must have brought it in, and it looks like the supply ferry isn't going to make it over. So I don't want you or Travis coming in. The jail's already understaffed. They'll riot. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm not paid enough to be stuck on Rikers Island with 20,000 cons with fucking Ebola or whatever. Don't go to work today, John. It's not worth it.
The little things like that tell stories. Get out of here, boy. I'm gonna broadcast some more soon. I'm just gonna try to edit all these videos sooner or later. I wanna show more things as I go along. But that's about it. So anyway, it's called The Division. The book is by Tom Clancy. The game is a Tom Clancy thing. If you do go out and read this book, or even a movie, even watch the short movie on YouTube, you know, don't try to do it for entertainment, but do your research about FEMA, government conspiracy, and things like that. And you can see this stuff hidden right in plain sight. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.